for November 3rd, 2020 to order. And the first item is the roll call. Mike?
Councilmember Olson,
Here.
Burke,
Present.
Nelson,
Here.
Kuhn,
Here.
Fuzard,
Here.
West,
Present.
Ramsey,
Here.
and Sullivan,
Here.
all present and accounted for.
Thank you, Mike. So the next one is the public comments that's limited to 3 minutes per speaker. We have one of the distinguished guys who is going to talk about, who's going to tell us one of the other distinguished scientists. So James Bachhuber, would you like to speak?
Yes, my audio okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. Good evening, Mayor, council members, and other attendees. As mentioned, my name is Jim Bachhuber. I reside at 6870 Frank Lloyd Wright Avenue, Middleton, and I'm a member of the Water Resources Management Commission and the Stormwater Utility Board. The council has on its agenda tonight a request to adopt a proclamation honoring Roger Bannerman. Not everyone on the council may know who Roger was, and I thought it might be beneficial to provide a brief background. I first met Roger in 1978 when I started my career at DNR. Roger had been working there for a few years at the time. In the 1970s, water pollution abatement was focused on effluent that came from industrial and city sewage treatment plants. These sources were called point sources of pollution. Meanwhile, Roger was busy studying a little known water pollution issue called non-point source pollution. Pollution that came from rain runoff moving across the ground, picking up material and delivering them into our lakes, streams, and wetlands. Roger was one of the early scientists measuring pollution from runoff, identifying the types of pollutants and sources of that pollution. It soon became evident that with better wastewater treatment, that is, point source treatment, the non-point sources of pollution were in fact a major source of sediment, nutrients, and other contaminants to our waterways. Roger dedicated his career, which became a passion, to better understand runoff pollution and managing the sources of pollution. His expertise was recognized statewide as well as nationally. He served on numerous local, state, and national committees to establish protocols for scientific measurements and policies to improve water quality. Many people from other state environmental agencies, universities, and the US EPA consulted with Roger for advice and guidance. However, more important than Roger's expertise was his ability to listen to all sides of an issue and understand other points of view. Roger presented his findings in a gentle manner and was able to explain complex research in pragmatic, understandable terms. He especially loved to get citizens involved with the hands-on work of water pollution control by building rain gardens, removing leaves from streets, and other actions people could take to soften our impact on our water resources. The city of Middleton benefited greatly from Roger's counsel and advice. Many of the city's water quality protection policies and programs can be traced directly to Roger's wisdom, and we owe him a debt of gratitude. Roger Bannerman passed away on October 15th, 2020. We will miss him greatly, but his work will result in cleaner water resources for years to come. I look forward to the city's endorsement of the proclamation.
Thank you, Jim. Anyone else who may want to speak at this time? Okay, then it is beyond 7:32, and I'm going to open the public hearing for the Middleton Express LLC doing business as Holiday Inn Express. They are requesting a Class B fermented malt beverage and Class B intoxicating liquor license. They are located at 8353 Murphy Drive in Middleton, Wisconsin. Anybody who wants to speak either for or against it? We got the right address this time. Okay, if there's no one who wants to speak, I'm going to close that part of the meeting and we're going to move on to the approval of the consent agenda.
This is Robert Burke. I would make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
This
Need
is
a-
Susan. I would second.
Okay, the motion has been made, it has been seconded, and this is the approval of the consent agenda. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor of the approval of the consent agenda say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed? So the motion passes. So as Jim had said that we are going to have a proclamation and we are going to have the chair of Water Sources Management Commission, Warren Giebert, to read the proclamation. Warren Giebert.
Okay, thank you. I'm Warren Giebert, Chairman of Water Resource Management Commission. And before I read the proclamation, I'd like to echo what Jim said. I've worked with Roger through my work with USGS and the Water Resource Management Commission since 1970. Roger has investigated, designed, and funded numerous projects between DNR and USGS, producing design standards and techniques for developing non-point pollution control measures in Middleton, Wisconsin, and throughout the country. And Roger will be missed. Now, reading the proclamation, this is a City of Middleton proclamation in gratitude and honoring Roger T. Bannerman's life dedicated to improving the water resources of Middleton and elsewhere. Whereas Roger Bannerman is recognized as a local, regional, and national pioneer and expert in stormwater quality, pollution control, and water resource management. And whereas Roger Bannerman was universally respected for his gentle and clear approach to explaining complex environmental issues to scientists, citizens, and elected officials alike. And whereas the City of Middleton relied upon Roger Bannerman's expertise and counsel to improve and protect the water resources in Middleton. And whereas Dr. Ken Potter, Water Resource Management Committee member, stated regarding Roger Bannerman, he has done more than anyone else to improve water quality in Wisconsin. And whereas, while the passing of Roger Bannerman on October 15th, 2020, the City of Middleton will greatly miss his ongoing services and consulting to protect and improve the water resources. And whereas the work conducted by Roger Bannerman will continue to benefit our environment for future generations.
Now, therefore, the City of Middleton proclaims our debt of gratitude and appreciation to Roger Bannerman for improving the quality of our water sources and the quality of life in Middleton, Wisconsin. This proclamation was adopted at a regular meeting of the Middleton Common Council on 3rd day of November 2020. Need a motion to approve.
Move approval. This is Susan.
Motion by Susan West, need a second.
Second, Ramsey.
Second by Diane Ramsey. All those in favor of approving this proclamation say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Warren. And we may not know, but when I read about his work on rain gardens, which is now common thing, but it looks like he was the one who pioneered that concept. So, okay, we're going to move on to the agreements. And the first agreement is amendment to engineering agreement with Weirbaker Associates for construction phase services for Parkside Heights reconstruction.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by Finance.
Okay, need a
Second.
second. Motion by by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder Ramsey. Any questions or comments? This work is already done, so it's need to be paid. Okay, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. Item number 2. Amendment to agreement number 1 and 2 with MSA Professional Services for design engineering services for South Fork Pheasant Branch Creek repairs to the channel.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
This is Susan. I'll second.
Motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder West. Any questions or comments? Okay. Any questions or comments? Larry, you have something to say?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, all those in favor of the motion for the amendment to agreement number 1 and 2 with the MSA Professional Services for design engineering services to South Fork Pheasant Creek for the repairs to channel, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. Okay, we are on to item number 3, which is the amendment to agreement number 3 with Emmons and Oliver Sources Incorporated for design engineering services for initial flood mitigation design.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
This is Susan. I'll second.
Okay, motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder West. Any questions or comments? We are hoping to apply for a grant from EDA, and this is a step going in that direction. Okay, the motion is to approve the amendment to agreement number 3 with Emmons and Oliver Sources for design engineering services for initial flood mitigation design. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. We are on to item number 4. Approval of lease agreement with Harris Golf Carts. These are the Yamaha for golf cart fleet lease.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
Ramsey will second.
Okay, motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder Ramsey. Any questions or comments?
This is Robert. I do have just one question.
Yes, Robert.
It's not a large amount of money over the number of years. It's about $3,000 some a year difference. But how much quieter is the higher priced Harris golf cart than the slightly noisier one? And I just want to ask the question: Is it worth it to the golf course and the golf committee? I don't know if I in the reading that I had, I wasn't able to determine quantitatively or even really qualitatively what the difference is between the noise level between the more expensive vehicle and the less expensive vehicle. Can anybody speak to that?
Jeremy, are you there?
Yep. So I decibel level, I want to say it's I can't recall off the top of my head. I want to say it's a 5 decibel level quieter, so it's not significant. So I don't know exactly what that means. All I can tell you is that we did tests, compared the current Yamaha situation with these quiet techs, and it is significantly, from our standpoint, significantly quieter. I mean, we didn't use any reading necessarily. It's just what the marketing says from Yamaha. It is from our standpoint and from golfer standpoint. We had some golf committee members take the golf car out. It is substantially quieter and well worth the investment.
That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you very much for that information, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
Yep, my pleasure.
Thank you, Robert. Any other questions or comments? Okay, so the motion is for the approval of the lease agreement with Harris Golf Cars, which are made by Yamaha for golf car fleet lease. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, so the motion passes unanimously. We are on to item number 5. This is the money coming to us. This is the agreement with the Wisconsin Department of Tourism for a Wisconsin tourism relief to accelerate vitality and economic lift.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
This is Kathy. I'll second.
Okay, motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder Kathy Olson. Any questions or comments? That we are getting 163 or quite a bit money. Okay, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. We are on to the So item number 1, award of contract to Boley Tree and Landscape Services for tree pruning services.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
Need a second.
This is Katie. I'll second.
Okay, motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Katie. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor of the motion to award a award of contract to Boley Tree and Landscape Services for tree pruning services. These are 2 contracts. Say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. We are on to item number 2, award of bid to Nelson Excavating and Sons LLC for South Fork Stream Bank repair.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
This is Susan. I'll second.
Okay, motion by Elder Sullivan, second by Elder Susan West. Any questions or comments? Yeah, if you were to go and look at that stream bank, it doesn't need work. So all those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. We are on to miscellaneous. So item number 1, authorizing additional funding for the Middleton Economic Relief Loan Program in collaboration with the Middleton Area Development Corporation.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance, which was to expand their lending capacity by $200,000 from the city to match from MADC.
Thank you, Mark.
Second.
Need a second?
This is Luke.
Okay, motion by Mark and second by Luke. Any questions or comments? This will make the total from MATC and city added together to $600,000, which is a lot more than Fitchburg or Sun Prairie, any of the other cities. Well, cities of our size, which are done. So, okay, all those in favor of the motion to authorize initial funding for the Middleton Economic Relief Loan Program in collaboration with the Middleton Area Development Corporation, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. Item number 2, state trust fund loan application request to finance the city of Middleton's share of the Middleton Economic Relief Loan Program, which we just talked about a minute ago.
This is Mark. I'll move approval as recommended by finance.
This is Robert. I will second that.
Okay. Motion by Mark, second by Robert. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor of the motion for the state trust fund loan application request to finance the city of Middleton's share of the Middleton Economic Relief Loan Program, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. We are on to the ordinance. First reading, final action may be taken upon approval of a motion to suspend the rules under section 1.07 of Middleton General Ordinances. And I think Abby had recommended to suspend the rules, at least for the first one here. Item number 1, this is the ordinance to rezone from PDD GIP to B2. This is the NEPA Auto Parts 6413 University Avenue. So I'd like a motion to approve after suspending the rules under.
Ramsey will move this.
This is
Go ahead.
Kim. I would like to make the motion.
Okay. Motion by Elder Kuhn and second by Elder Ramsey. And this is, you suspend the rules, right? It's
Yeah.
Okay, this is so it will become final. Okay. And any questions or comments?
I just want to say that this is Alder Kuhn. I just wanted to say the neighbors are very excited about this project. We've had positive feedback from people living behind there because there is a neighborhood right behind it, and businesses in the neighborhood are excited. So we look forward to good development.
And also the neighbors would want somebody to be there rather than empty place. And so it will, I think, the university corridor is starting to look not that good. So this will help. So I think this is excellent. Okay, all those in favor of the motion to approve the ordinance to rezone from PDD GIP to B2 for NEPA Auto Parts 6413 University Avenue, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? I think this is a great project. Thank you, and it's unanimous. We are on to planning and zoning. So item number 1, this is the specific implementation plan modification for extra space storage 311 Deming Way. So this has been sitting there for a long time. It's great something's happening there. Need a motion.
Ramsey would move approval of the SIP modification.
Motion to approve by Dan Ramsey and second by
Robert Burke.
Second by Robert Burke.
Mayor, this is Mark Open.
Yes, Mark.
In the staff comments, you'll see that there's some suggested language for your motion to approve the SIP with the plan sheets revised October 28th, contingent on planning staff approval of the sign package as long as the signs are comparable in size and placement as the previous signs, and approval by the city stormwater engineer and resolution of engineering staff recommendations.
Yes, Mark, with those contingencies.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Robert, that's okay with you?
That is great. Yes, thank you.
Perfect, yes. Okay, so this motion is include these contingencies. Any other questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor of the motion to approve specific implementation plan modification for extra space storage 3119 Deming Way, along with these various contingencies specified earlier, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. We are on to item number 2. This is the specific implementation plan for Cross Lutheran Church Phase 1. This is the Texas Longhorn Drive west of Western County Highway M. So this seemed like a great project. So need a motion to approve.
Ramsey would move to approve with all the contingencies listed.
Okay. I need a second.
This is Susan. I will second.
So the motion by Elder Ramsey, second by Elder Susan West, and the motion includes all the contingencies listed here, which is in the Town of Westport Resolution 20.20-07. Okay, any questions or comments? I know Tom Wilson is here, but if he wants to say anything, but otherwise it looks really good project. Okay, all those in favor of the motion to approve SIP for Cross Lutheran Church Phase 1, Texas Longhorn Drive, west of County Highway M, say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Well, Tom, great job. Thank you. We are on to resolutions, item number 1. This is 2020-48, grant of permanent storm sewer easement for Triton Auto Spa.
This is Robert. I would make a motion to approve this resolution.
This is Susan. I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Elder Burke and second by Elder West. Any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor of the motion, this is the resolution 2020-48, grant of permanent storm sewer easement for Triton Auto Spa, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously. We are on to committee appointments. This is to the Middleton Westport Joint Zoning Committee. These were some of the appointments which should have been approved earlier, but didn't, so need a motion to approve.
Ramsey will move approval.
Okay, motion by Elder Ramsey, need a second.
Susan,
You go ahead, Susan.
Second by Elder Susan West. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? So the motion passes unanimously and it's all legal now. So, well, we did this in record time and you can watch the election results and need a motion to adjourn.
move to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion by Susan West and second by Robert Burke. All those in favor to adjourn say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, unanimous. Okay, go ahead and enjoy your evening.